Yo, we're back at it once again. We're going to be continuing with the hard modes for the Securement Silos, and this time we have PHI. If you're wondering where PHI is, it is just to the northwest of Greywater Camp and to the very, well, not the very, but the east of Greywater Industrial Zone. It's recommended level 25, but we're not worried about that because we're worried about the hard mode. As you can see, boom, we're getting into the hard mode, same as before. Sigma recommended players 3, but it is very much soloable, extremely easy. I'd say it's easier for the sub boss and the main boss than Sigma. And what you're gonna get here is your shoe mods, so anything for your boots, you're gonna find them here. As I said previously, we checking out those modifiers. We got suppression damage 25% against deviants, which is why I'm rocking a different build. You might be wondering, Shraj, you look a little different. You look different, bro. What are you doing? I got my AK. I got my Ice King build. It's not done yet, but I got it on. And then what we're going to have here is retaliation. After being attacked, the enemy will increase his own damage over time, reaching a maximum of 35% damage after 8 seconds. So pretty much, after you smack the boss, they're going to smack back harder and harder. You're pissing them off, pretty much. Then we got side effects, where the boss takes 90% damage in normal state and 115% damage when affected by continuous damage effects, which we have with the AK, Abyss Glance, which has Frost Vortex. We're gonna dive right in. We're ready. But this is PHI. This is completely deviant. So there's gonna be no Rosetta in here. Kind of the same premise. I'd say it's about the same speed-wise. It's not as fast as Sigma, but it's like right behind it, I'd say, in terms of the quickest silos, just because it's like very small. Like you pretty much clear out this room, you head down a hallway, and you get to the big area, and then same as Sigma, you can take one direction to get to the sub boss, or you can take another direction and just go to the main boss. As we did previously, we're gonna be going to both. Just gonna be clearing these guys out, grabbing loot as we slay them. And I would say this is the same as Sigma. If you're not, as geared, you're gonna be fine. Just don't stand in the goop for too long, because as you can see, even me being fully calibrated, it does bring down your sanity. So if you're rocking any food that gives you any buffs, or having your sanity above a certain amount, just be on to watch out for that. There is another crate over here. Just making sure that we show you everything that you can get. And like I said previously, since it is hard mode, you're going to be getting the materials that correspond. But as you can see, normally this little guy is not here. There should also be another enemy down here as well. Yep, it's going to be another blob man and a little dog. In normal mode, they are not here. Considering that it's hard, they do add a little bit of variety on top of the different mechanics that you're going to have to face. We're gonna wait for that to clear up. Turn on a flashlight so we see. Grabbing this. Then there's gonna be one more as soon as you open this door to your left. So don't just hop in here thinking that everything is sweet, because it's not. I am taken care of. Boom. And if you plan on doing oh, sorry about that. If you plan on doing all of the bosses, you plan on taking them all out, just make sure you do come in this room, because you are going to need the key card that is in this room. If you don't come in here and grab it, you're not going to be able to open the door to do the next boss. Storage crates, we get this travel crate. Oh wait, they changed it. Oh snap, it used to be right here. It used to be a little chest right here. You used to get the key card, but I can see it in the top left there. Go to the central control room to receive the access card. So I guess you can just come in here to get some other goodies. You don't necessarily have to come in there and not get anything now. Make sure you're snapping, doing your step, so you can be on the lookout for any loot that you may be missing. If you can, perfect. That way you can just throw it. Oh, well, I was gonna throw that down there for them spiders, but it's all right. Like I said, we are running a Frost Vortex build, so AOE clears them out pretty good. Just grabbing everything along the way. Another blob guy right here. I believe there are some more blob guys in the central room as well. Yeah, there is. They're not normally there. But again, they're not too much of a threat. Remember, you know, just roll out of the way. Gotta tackle them from a distance. If you're running like a close quarter build, like SMG or shotgun, try to tear them down before they get to you, because that explosion do hurt. I promise you it hurt. It hurt bad. It is not a game. Just tear them down. A little dog in here. Oh, 2 dogs in here. You're not worried about them. Get them up out of the way. Get you up out the way. As you can see, that little chest there is gonna have the controller access card to get to the main boss. We're just gonna clear out this entire room. Having up all of the loot. Gonna grab this. There it is. So we've got that. Now we can use that for here, but we're not gonna do that yet. You're probably wondering, damn, Gerard, I don't got no mollies. How do I do this? Let me show you. I always keep a torch on me. I've had this torch since the beginning of the game. You don't gotta be tier 5, it can be tier 1. Just smack it. That way you can save your mollies. You don't have to spend mollies, you don't have to. And this works for every just little bramble vine out in the world. It's not just for those walls. If you come across any little bramble vines that's like covering any mod or little cubes, smack them with a torch. That way you can save your mollies, even though I got a bunch. But you know, you don't gotta worry about throwing them. You don't gotta worry about waiting for the fire to go out so you don't burn yourself. Be good to go. So we're gonna do, we're gonna go down here. I'll come in here and drink me a little tea. A little thirsty. Up this activator. As you can see, we got another sleeping zone. So for this one, you're gonna do anything special, just gotta answer the phone. Make sure you're grabbing this stuff here, as you can get some refined detoxidants, which is useful for crafting the higher tier, like medicinal supplies. You go in here, the door shuts. You have a little whoa moment, and the door's gonna open. Then you're gonna go out there and get it in with the mother of life. Now in normal mode, it's usually a Rain Reaper, aka the umbrella. But in hard mode, it's just gonna be a mother of life. And there is gonna be poison. So you know, if you don't have insane damage to just take down the mother of life, just be wary of that. The poison does stack up. And even after you kill her, it does stay. I would recommend as soon as you kill her to just run in there. We also did not get lucky here. You can get the Pyro Dino and the Chephosaurus. The Pyro Dino used to be exclusive to the PvP servers, but I believe they just started to mix them in. Yeah, if you do happen to do the side boss here, the Pyro Dino or the Chephosaurus will also be here. So if you haven't found Chephosaurus yet, or if you didn't know how to complete the quest when you ran into him in Sunbury, you can just run this over and over again. You can get him in normal and hard mode. But we are going to use our controllers here. As you can see, we got 6100 energy link. We got 2 boot mods. As you can see, there were 3 boot mods. We got a DB12 backfire at +4. So hard mode gives you +4. I'm hoping that pro gives us like a +7, +6. Just because it'd be nice. But even if they are still +4, you know, it's fine. Like I said, we've got plenty of controllers, so we're just going to use them for this. Then we got 99 Stardust Source as well, and it just puts you here. And then you just come back, take the elevator back up, and you get right back into the mix. And just remember what I said in the previous video, where for these silos where they do have these sub-bosses like this, you have to make sure you're doing the sub-boss first. Because after you kill the main boss, you're going to be timed, and after that time is ran out, it's just going to throw you out of the dungeon. So just knock these out first, where you're getting the maximum amount of loot. getting everything that you need, and then you're good to go and hop right back into the mix. So since you got that key card earlier, which again is in this little chest, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna open this to the main guy. I believe there is another blob. Wow, tripping. I thought there was another blob man right there. Never be too sure. Just grab all of this and do here. There he is. So out here, you're just gonna be surrounded by a plethora of enemies. Again, make sure you're not just standing into this little goop, as it will tear your sanity down, even if you are max calibrated. I would just knock all of these guys down before you start. And to start, as you can see in the top left, you just have to get rid of those sacks that's around the map. Let's go ahead and make sure you loot everything before you get into that. Just gonna mow these guys down. Grabbing everything along the way. Not sending that goof for too long. We're just gonna tear this one down. It is spawning new guys. I'm gonna grab this, and there is a weapon crate in that one. Make sure you don't miss going in these train carts, because they do have some crates in them. Got that one. Grabbing this stuff. Don't you hit me. And at least let me get the loot first. I'm not mad at him. The bro's just hungry. The eater. We're gonna go in here and open this. Getting a hunter spurt. And again, those like mods that you can get in those chests are not going to be guaranteed to be what the silo is. The only guaranteed stuff that you're going to get for the silo that you're in for hard mode is going to be from the bosses. So for after clearing the little jellyfish mother, we got blue mods for that. But anything else that can be found in a gear crate or a weapon crate in here can be random. Alright, now as soon as we clear this one out, the boss is gonna spawn right here. It's gonna be one of those little arm things that have the little blobs chilling with it. He's gonna pop that jelly, get that ice damage. Gonna fuck up this little homie, gonna blast him. Now the difference from this is with hard mode, like I said, all of the main bosses have a different mechanic. So for this one, he just becomes invulnerable, and there's now a shield. So even after you break these nest sacks, you're still gonna have to go inside of the shield to do more damage. Here. Oh lord. The biggin. They love trying to grab me. I understand why though. They just jump past them. Excuse me. Don't mind me. Oh, okay. Gonna pop our jellyfish down so we can just suck these enemies up so we can get back to business. And as you can see, even though it's done, with the hard mode, it does have this shield. But after you get the nest down, you can just come in here and deal damage to it. And there you go. But with this, that is pretty much the hard mode for PHI. Like I said, it's a little bit more difficult than Sigma, just in the sense that there's a lot more enemies that you have to deal with when you're fighting the bosses as compared to Sigma. But you know, you just kind of have Dave as the main one, and then a little Mr. Wish event down there. You just have a little arm guy as well. But you know, it's pretty easy to get rid of those ads and then just focus on them. Whereas this, you're gonna be constantly spawning, you're gonna be surrounded. So just make sure you're paying attention to where you are. you're paying attention to your surroundings, you can jump up here if you need to and just, try to make some action happen. But in hard mode, it will have that shield around it where you have to get inside of it after you get these nest sack, which will be here and the one over there. That is pretty much it. I'm gonna pop this bad boy, use these controllers and see what we get. And we got a Dusty at +4. And we got more of these mods, which are all boost mod. We got Cortex, more Stardust, armor mod parts. Claim those. Now, I didn't really go over it in the last video, but a lot of people, might be considering saving their controllers for this. They feel like the rewards might not be as good. Personally, I think it's fine because you're also getting weapons. And with these weapons, you can just break them down. Or if you get a weapon that you've never used before, you can just use them. The majority of these weapons I have gotten from drops. The only weapons that I have gotten from the Mr. Wish machine or I've used my Star Coin to purchase the BPs is the Abyss Glance and the Last Valor. Everything else here, and the Corrosion. I did get the Corrosion from the Wish machine. But the Boom Boom, this Bingo, 2 Jaws, another Boom Boom, the Brahmi, the Memento, Kumoink, another Boom Boom, this Wildfire, the Hammerhead Shark, this Dusty, the Mr. Squid, Black Panther, Backfire, another one, the Hades, another one. See, you get a lot of these just from using your controllers. And with this, even if you're not going to use these, or if you're someone that is just now getting into hard content and you need a weapon just to hold you over until you calibrate your own, these are fine options. Again, you can't repair these because they're drop gear, but they usually come at a durability around like high 60s to like 70s. Like as you can see, this one came at 83, which is quite high. This one came at 73, this one at 72, this one at 69, this one at 84. So, you can get a lot of varying options, but the main thing is you're going to see the weapon features here when you hit A, but if you hit D, you have these calibration attributes, which everybody is going to eventually need to min-max their build. Not even min-max, but just to get a build that's the most optimal for them. So when you disassemble these weapons, let's say I started using the Wildfire, I really liked it, so I just wanted to use it, but then once it got low, since I can't repair it before it breaks, I'm just going to take it to my disassembler, break it down, and then what I'm going to get is parts. Of course not the complete parts as if I made it, but you're going to get parts back, and if it's calibrated like this Wildfire, I'm going to get Stardust source back. But the biggest thing you're going to get is that calibration blueprint. As you can see in the bottom right, this one has lightweight style, reload speed 120% with a magazine capacity that is minus 30%, but I have double elemental damage on this, which is not bad. Throw this on the Backfire, throw this on another elemental shoddy like the Corrosion that comes with a big mag base. You're getting double elemental damage once you fully calibrate that weapon, which is huge. It's going to help out your builds immensely. It's going to allow you to fine tune them. It should be 500 Stardust source, at least for the golds. I haven't tried to do it on a purple, so they might vary. But even as you can see here, we got a stabilized style for the Mr. Squid, which is double crit rate, which is huge. You can see the minimum and the max amount. For +7, it's 4%, and then 5.6 for the highest, and that's 5.1, which is solid. And for the +10, the lowest is 6%, and the highest being 8.4, and we got 7.7. So that's a free 12% crit rate just for calibrating your weapon. That is just free 12% on top of the 8% that is based on the gun. So you just got 20% crit rate without any other mods coming into play, for free, without any food buffs, without anything else, just by having this calibration blueprint on your weapon. You have that. But be warned, the blueprint that you decide to disassemble to get is only going to be for the weapons of that category. So as you can see up here, let's say Mr. Squid stabilized style is for light machine guns, because it is light machine gun, so it's not like I'd be able to get this, break it down, and then use it on a pistol or a shoddy or an AR. It's only going to be for stuff along that line. And as you can see, because we waited the amount of time, we got booted out. So that's why I say do the side boss and then do the main boss. Yeah, there you go. I don't believe I have any on me. I do not. But yeah, just be wary of that when you're breaking stuff down. As you can see here on my last Valor, I have precision style, which is 25% attack, range plus 40%, fire rate minus 10. I feel like precision style is pretty damn good because you're only losing 10% fire rate, which is not that bad, but I'm getting a fuck ton of crit rate, excuse my French, but I'm getting a lot of crit rate on top of the 6 that it has. So that's huge. You know, for other weapons that you might be able to benefit from, you see you have a lot of options here. I can get portable style and double crit rate from my bingo. I get weak spot and crit rate. But let's say, you know, I don't want this. You know, this doesn't really benefit me. Corrosion, you know, it does suppression damage, more damage against deviants, and its proc is the power surge. So I want elemental damage. Even though power surge can crit, you know, I still want a bit more elemental damage so it can, you know, give it that oomph. You know, maybe I don't want weak spot damage. If anything, I could do, you know, look for one that has elemental damage and crit damage. That way I'm getting the benefit of both worlds. Same with the blast here. I would say that this isn't bad. I'm losing 15% attack, you know, but I get more fire rate, a bigger mag capacity, and I get double elemental damage because the Jaws does unstable bomber, which is blast. So after defeating an enemy, I get blast damage plus 30%, and it can crit with a base rate of 25% crit rate. So that on top of this elemental damage, those explosions are gonna bam, bam, bam. So just be wary of that. That is a new feature that they added with the game's release, which I feel like is pretty dope because it's gonna make sure that, you know, your build can go even further beyond. You know, you can expand it. You can do a lot more with your build. But just wanted to touch up on that because I know a lot of that information might just be confusing to a lot of people that are new and even returning people because it's something that they haven't seen. But I would definitely stock up on those blueprints. If you're someone that, you know, pays attention to your world chat and you talk often, there might be people even trying to buy stuff for a huge amount. For anybody that's been playing, you know, that asset is something that is very much needed in Stardust Source, as you need that to upgrade your gear. I've seen people, you know, looking for the blueprints that they need, willing to pay 1,000, 1,500 asset in Stardust Source, which is huge. So, you know, if you have an abundance of controllers, you know, you're not really trying to, you know, min-max your build, you know, you're just taking stuff casually. Or if you're someone that is and your build is already complete, just bust out those controllers, you know, knock those weapons down, get a nice little calibration blueprint, and then just sell those bad boys, whether it be for energy link or anything else, you know, get your funds out. But I just wanted to touch up on that. That's going to be it for the Securement Silo for PHI. That was hard. We're going to be doing pro this weekend. You know, pretty easy, but I am, you know, I'm something of a gamer. Yeah, that's gonna do it for that. The next one, we do have a couple of options here. I believe the next ones are gonna be down in Chalk's Peak, which we have, believe, yep, X1, which is down here, just to the southeast of Rotten Saddle and directly southwest of Tallgrass Inn. So if you're at Tallgrass Inn, just go all the way down here and bam, which is gonna drop mask mods, which is very huge. And the other one in Chalk's Peak, it's going to be to the northwest where we have Alpha, where this is going to drop helmet mods. They're both recommended level 35, so you're on normal, you'll be fine. We're going to come out with those for hard, and we'll go over those in detail, you know, and walk you guys through those. Yeah, appreciate y'all watching the video. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to go over. Make sure to leave a comment, like the video, share it with your homies. If you guys are getting in the, almost said first descendant, Lord. If you're getting in the once human, I very much appreciate it. Y'all be easy. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.